Hello, this is the artist formerly known as JayNineLP. Uh, Although, in this sense, I probably still not necessarily ready to make that transition yet, but you'll see more about that as I go further into this update, which I did promise to pull out after the little thing that I'd put up recently about the Nintendo Direct. From that point, I thought I was pretty much ready to explain a few things, primarily as to the fact that my channel is essentially dead and I haven't uploaded anything for a couple of years since my last upload. And to be honest, I have no one to blame but myself. And that's mostly because, as I've hinted more than enough times in my updates, I have just lost all motivation. I've just haven't managed to get it back. Unfortunately, I hadn't had the desire or the inclination to carry on with my playthroughs, as I usually call them, or my views on news. I've attempted to do quite a few of them, in all complete honesty. I've got a whole ton of recordings as to certain things, but it's just finding the time to edit them and to upload them, because it's not just a matter of time. There has been plenty of other things that I've been doing in my life. To get this out of the way, I've essentially spread myself too thin, and not just in terms of the plans that I had for this channel, just with life in general. As you may know, if you've watched any of my updates, I am in a full-time job as a designer, or should I say, quote, designer, unquote. That's a rather vague description of what I do, really, because not much of it involved actual design. Well, that's not totally true. There's a fair bit of design involved, but I mostly do stuff like animation work. Yeah, I've been doing that. I've also been helping with that development of web and mobile apps, although more recently it's lent more to the web side of it, since that also covers mobile as well. And I've been producing a lot of broadcast and web video. So that's pretty much most of what I do at work. It's not just one thing, it's a number of things. And I've been doing a fair bit of that, to the point where when I get home, it's already time to go to bed. It's the point where I don't want to just go straight from work and straight into bed. I want to crash out on the TV. I want to do some web surfing. I want to do a little bit of social media stuff. I want to play video games. And that leaves me with practically no time to actually sleep, which is bad, which is very bad for anyone, because I'm paying a mortgage on my house, and I've been doing that for 20 years now. I'm living in a 3-bedroom house with my mum and my sister. Yeah, okay, you can get all the stuff out there. Oh God, she's all like living with his mum. Well, I'll just tell you this. Fine, you can get all those jokes out of the way, but I'll just give you this one correction. My mum lives with me. Well, I say that, but recently things have changed, and not for the better. That was due to something that had been going on over these 2 years. Now, as well as myself, by extension, life has been getting more difficult for Mum, health-wise as well. So that meant that my sister and I had to be more attentive to her needs. Although she was always fiercely independent and insisted she was fine and looked after herself, and we didn't need to attend to her, but she still asked for help when she needed it. She just didn't want to burden us too much, knowing we had jobs to do for the paint of the house and other stuff. She was on the state pension, of course, and that wasn't much, but she still insisted on helping with paint of the house, just with the housekeeping, the bills, and all of that stuff. She still wanted to be in control of all of that. So, you know, we just agreed at that point to that we help each other out in that regard. Um, I guess you've noticed by now that I've been speaking of my mum in the past tense, so I might as well say that last year, or should I just say in 2017, on October the 11th, I lost my mum. She passed away due to a long-term condition which we didn't know about until recently, and unfortunately it has the letter C, and it had been something that we kind of suspected. She didn't want us to know for the longest of times, but over the past few years we noticed that she'd been not eating as much. She had laboured breathing, which kind of came to a heel, and one time I had to phone the ambulance to get her to a hospital because she had a severe case of pneumonia, and her lungs were filled with fluid. So they managed to get the fluid out of her lungs. After that, essentially, we found out that she had a tumour in her bowel, and that had been malignant for some time. So most of 2017 had been spent trying to deal with that, trying to deal with the cancer, but through a whole number of just unfortunate consequences, she just wasn't able to make it. So, I didn't want to do a update video for that because, like I said, the channel had been dead for years, and I didn't want, to then come up with a video basically saying, well, there's just more death than that. But here we are. I feel that I kind of have to now because I can't keep it to myself any longer. We're at that point where our family need each other more than ever before. We've been keeping in contact with each other. We've spent, the latter half of 2017 fulfilling our mum's final wishes on the last will and temperament. She wished to be cremated, and that has been done. We had a wonderful funeral service. Most of her friends and loved ones were able to turn up. We're eternally grateful for their thoughts and wishes for us and for Mum. Most of them had managed to say their goodbyes before she passed away. We are arranging a memorial for her. That will be on what would have been her 80th birthday, and that's all being arranged. And at the same time, we're trying to find trying to get back to some normalcy in our life. We know it will never be normal. We're calling it the new normal. We know it's not going to be like that for a good while, but we're trying to carry on. With that, I want to try and carry on with this channel, but again, just like with our life, I obviously want to make a few changes and try and basically start again with a new normal. But the problem that I have mostly is just managing my time, and with all the stuff that I've been doing, has left me with very little time to sleep, and that's needless to say, the stress has just taken its toll, and it's just not gotten any better up until now. Along with that, as most of you already know, 2016 and 2017 haven't been particularly great years outside of that. And on a personal level, this seems to have been my worst years yet. I'm getting tired of that now. I don't want 2018 to be a hat trick of utter shite, of utterly rotten years. So, we've just decided that we're just going to try, no matter what happens, we're going to try and make this year a better one, which obviously is not going to be easy, since we've lost a very prominent member of our family. We've lost our mum. But she never gave up on her fight, even within that. Which I will cover in a separate video, because this one's getting, as usual, is getting particularly very long, even if I do kind of do a massive edit on it. Was just inspired by our strength to carry on no matter what, and also is to try and see good in the world no matter how bleak it is, or even will be. I want to carry on with that tradition. I want to try and carry on with this channel. I don't want it to end. Like I said before, I love talking about video games. I love playing video games. And even though 2017 has been a horrible year for me, it's been a fantastic year for video games. And I'm sad that I kind of missed out on most of that. But 2018, from what I can tell from the start, seems to be an even better year. And, I want to try and get back into that sort of talking about video games, especially the positive aspects of it. I've been inspired by a lot of people that I've been subscribed to, who usually just concentrate on the good aspects of video games, the great games gaming experience that we've had over 2017, and they don't want to quit. I'm almost speaking particularly about the happy console gamer who had his 10-year anniversary of his channel, and he doesn't want to get up. He's having massive amounts of fun with it, and his stuff has been great. I'm inspired by that to say, I quit long time ago in terms of this channel, but I'm certainly not quitting on video games and my interest in them, not by a long shot. No way. I want to keep that on, and I want to keep it fueled with this channel, because even though I haven't had that much viewers, I've reached my 100th subscription a while ago, and I really should have done a video about that. I know it's not much in the grand scheme of things, because I don't like to promote myself. That's just me. But I am grateful for those 100 subscriptions that I've got. Even with that, I want to carry on talking about video games. Again, it's just finding the time and the strength to do so. But even with that, I think I'm going to start again. And with starting again, I need a lot of things to be fresh. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to take down this channel. It just means that I'm just going to carry on, but in a new light, and that includes myself, which I'm still preparing at the moment. But I will tell you this: look out for a new moniker around the social media space. Um, I am on Twitter at the moment. I'm known as J976, as that's what I'm kind of known as in a number of certain game services and stuff like that. But I also have another moniker which has been inspired by Pokemon and my time on Miiverse. I've been on that quite a bit, and obviously I'm sad to see that go this year as well, but that's not stopped me from wanting to carry on with what I have managed to do there. It's actually been a fantastic time. It's the only thing that's managed to keep me going, really. And, I want to keep that going just everywhere. And again, I don't want to try and spread myself thin, so it probably won't be as prevalent as I was before, but that doesn't mean I want to stop. I'm going to carry on, and there will be more videos. Definitely, there will be more videos of certain things to do with video games in this year, in 2018. And so all I have to say in that sense is watch this space, watch more videos come up from time to time, and I wish everyone a better year than before, a fantastic 2018. And like I said, watch this space. I will be a little bit more involved in video games again, and that will be absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. So, until the next video, which hopefully will be either this week or next week. I'm not totally sure when, because there's a whole number of things to work through. Until then, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for 100 subscribers, fan-freaking-tastic. I know it's not much, but I've got to be thankful for it. And, like always, keep on playing, folks.